And how many have been to the new Barnes collection? Wow. Okay. So why don't you say a little about it? Okay.
Barnes was an art collector and he was pretty eccentric. He bought all kinds of like Matisse and Picasso's, but then also a lot of African art.
It's unbelievable, this collection. If you should go get a train ticket and go to Philadelphia this afternoon and see it. I'm not kidding. The art is unbelievable. Okay, and it's Sarah, right? And he was a crazy person. Do you know how he made his money to buy all this art? It was I meant to look it up, but I was a little jet lagged. I'll look it up for tomorrow, whenever you can. It's some over-the-counter drug thing. He was a chemist type, you know, drug kind of, I don't mean that, guy. And one of these labeled things that you might vaguely attach to was a product that he was responsible for and sold it to a big drug company and had a lot of money. And he was you used the word eccentric. He was beyond eccentric. He was a little bit weird, and he hated the Philadelphia establishment. He just hated everything about the establishment in Philadelphia, and so he did not want this art going anywhere near the Great Philadelphia Art Museum, he gave a role. He was so eccentric for the period, call this the 1920s, 1930s. He gave a significant role being in charge of this to a black college just outside Philadelphia. I can't remember the name right now. And that was, I'm not kidding, I mean, to think in terms of an African American college, you know, this was part of his thumbing his nose at these white, you know, Philadelphia gentlemen, et cetera, et cetera. And so he provided Sarah what? What did he say in his will or in his documents?
So he said that the house had to stay exactly.
Had to be exactly in this house. No painting could ever be lent to a show anywhere else. No painting could be moved on the walls. And when you went in there, which I'm lucky enough to have done some number of times, when you went in there, those paintings were ridiculously hung in rooms that were a little bit too small, and the ceilings were low, and it wasn't light, and they were in funny places and relationships to each other. He maintained a school and had trained a lot of people in art, and there was a woman, we don't know exactly what his relationship with her was, or I don't anyway, but she was his person who did the teaching in the school and, you know, carried out his intentions and was in the game way beyond his, whenever he passed away, she went on quite a while after that, and she made all the decisions. Now this house was still there, a nice suburb where there were about 8 parking spaces, you know, and it wasn't easy to get there, and you know, when I went, I'm pretty sure I just, you know, took a taxi from Philadelphia, but it didn't fit in the neighborhood to have a really significant art gallery there with just ordinary houses up and down the street near it, and this still was